Hey guys, hope I didn't cut that off. Hey, I'll do it again. Hey guys. I just want to come and do this video. I know it's not live, but I'm recording it private and then I will put it up. Just because I have something I want to say, and I don't mean to make this like dramatic video on something, but I know how things can get, twisted sometimes, and I have a voice and a platform, and I'm always gonna, when I can, try to just say, how I feel before things get out of control. I saw a video where I saw a hangout earlier. Now, I didn't see it. I saw the title as I was on Dave and Becca's panel. And Lindy uploaded it, and it was called Cheerleading for Liars. And I haven't watched it yet. So if you don't see this video go up, then you know that I've gone and watched it. And maybe miraculously, it had nothing to do with me. However, I don't think that's the case. This happened a few days ago when I first was, generously made the offer by Dave and Becca, and they gave to me, not the offer, they just gave to me on my super chat. I was immediately blocked by Lindy, and Boris did a hangout trashing me. I let it go because and tried to mend things, and I'm still going to always try to mend things because I don't want to fight, especially not with you, Lindy. You're tough, you're hard, and I don't want to have that hard fighting in my life. It won't be fighting if I don't do it back, but it's not always that easy to not always see what people say or trolls say or whatever, although I will try my best. If I'll try my best. That's why I didn't say anything, is because I didn't want to be trashed or bashed or trolled or anything like that. But this is how I feel, and I think Dave and Becca deserve it. I don't just think that they're good people. I never knew them before. I know them now just by things that you can judge a person's character by that they have done. And I was wrong about the suicide thing. I still don't know exactly everything that went down, whatever, but I know what I need to know. And I know that this woman was in mental turmoil, and to her, that was a suicide attempt, and she was in a very, 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 very dark place, and she understands dark places. And, you said you do too, Lindy. So you know dark places as well. I think a lot of people who have been depressed know that. And once my eyes are open to that, I can't just not see it. And it's got nothing to do with the money. And so it started a few months ago when I sent her the email and she answered me back, like I said. In my heart, I've always kind of thought that there may be something that people misunderstand, and that they actually are good people. I've thought that. I thought that in the beginning, and where I tried to, I maintained a friendship in the beginning, and people weren't just going to let it happen because they couldn't let lies. They couldn't let the fact that Dave sometimes, told some whoppers, which were really funny. They couldn't let it go. They couldn't let it go. They couldn't let it go. I understand not everybody's the same. I'm pretty laid back, and it's not just because of the situation. I've really always been that way. I've been that way. I've been that way. I don't think that what I'm doing now is wrong. I don't think it would warrant you, Lindy, being, if Rory's not mad at me for being friends with Lori, then I don't think anybody has the right to be mad at me. Can you? Yes, obviously you are. I have to respect that you don't want to be friends with me. I have to respect that. I just don't want to be trashed by you. You said the truce was over and whatever. I don't want to go, and I won't go. So if you're going to fight, you're going to fight with yourself, because I won't go back to that. Boris, if he wants to fight, he can. If he wants to say all kinds of things about me, he can say it himself if it makes him feel happy. Because I don't feel happy when I do that. I don't feel happy when I do that. It's not a positive thing. It's not a thing in your life that is going to bring you health and happiness. It's a thing that people do when they're depressed and sad. I know that for a fact. You don't sit out there, not you, I'm saying you in the colloquial sense. You don't sit out there and fight with people if you're happy people. You just don't. Little small things shouldn't bother people so much. If they do, that is a sign of depression. I know, because I'm depressed. I may not have that one, that symptom, but I have a lot of other ones. I like Dave and Becca. People are wrong about them. Jack Sparrow, I will always appreciate the email that you sent me right after the divorce thing was all over the place. I will always respect that. I don't want to trash you at all. I would like it if you were here and just dropped everything. How about, like, everybody just drop everything? It's literally as easy as just dropping it. It's literally as easy as not getting involved in small little private hangouts and making up other names to hurt people. When you make up other names, not talking about anybody in particular, but when people make up other names and troll people, you hurt people. You want to hurt people. People want to hurt people. Hurt their feelings. Nobody knows what kind of a day that they're having. Nobody knows. We're all not going to be perfect. God knows I will not be perfect. But if I ever know that I hurt somebody that extremely bad, and I ever realize that and know that and own that, I will say I'm sorry. I will say I'm sorry. I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want to be trolled. I want to be friends with Dave and Becca and Rosie and Cooper and Mallory. I mean, who else am I going to say out there? That's Lori, Lindy, if you'd like to be friends. You know, I can't think of anybody. I'm not saying we can all hold hands and sing Kumbaya. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that we are all so old. There's not one of us in this group that is under drinking age. If you are older, if you are over 30, you're old. You're old, and you're way too old for this. I'm way too old for this. I was way too old for that before. I'm not saying that I'm any different, but I'm not that way now. I'm not that way. I don't have it in me. And before, I truly didn't have it in me. I didn't. I didn't want it. It was always hard for me. I could be venomous with what I said when I was really hurt, and I always said that. I could be stupid in my decisions that I made, but if anybody would have came to me at any time and said, let's have a truce, anybody, I would have done it. I'm not a person who's going to hold a grudge against somebody online that I will never meet, What's the point? I knew I didn't have a life. I didn't have outside friends at that point. I didn't have family at that point. I understood that. So I'm not coming here telling everybody else that you don't have a life. I didn't have a life either, but I still understand that online, you don't sit there and just make huge deals. Like somebody screwed your husband in the front yard and, beat up your dad over any of this. And truly, the only person that has really been hurt is Becca lost her job. Becca lost her job. What's happened to anybody else, really, besides words? Ari was called. Ari was called. Ari was called. He hung up on you. And I'm only talking to the person who did it. So the person who did it will know who I'm talking about. Call more if you want. I don't care what you do. I really don't care what you do. There's nothing that can hurt me at this point. For real. I will only be hurt that people have to stoop to that level. Nothing you can really do can hurt me for real anymore, except for it'll hurt my heart. It'll hurt my heart that people will do that, even though I'm begging each and every one of you who want to troll me or say anything. And I'm not saying that about 90% of the people, even 95. Let's go as far as saying 98. I have not had a bad reaction. Even Cooper said he didn't care. It didn't blame me for accepting graciously the money from Dave and Becca. So who are all these people who are completely against me? They're not there. It's not happening. And I won't make it happen because I like everybody. I want to be friends with everybody, or at least cordial. I want to uplift you. I'm tired. I'm tired of that. And yeah, I am a little bit angry that I didn't follow my heart again regarding Dave and Becca a while ago. Little things would pop up, little things. At least the little thing said, just don't make a big deal about it. So what? They came down to Panama City Beach. Yes, it was part of the, the games that we all play, but it didn't hurt me. They didn't do anything. They didn't do anything at all. Nice place to go and stop and see the damage that the hurricane did. They didn't do anything. They didn't do anything to anybody except for give. What does anybody else give? What has anybody else given? I mean, there are people on here who have given, and there are people on here who can't give. I can't give right now. But they're not scamming people. They're not scamming anybody. Let's just this. If you like me, and if you come to my hangouts, and I saw a bunch of people, I've seen a bunch of people embrace them and accept them and like them. If you like me and come to my hangouts, please, the only thing I'm asking you is to embrace Dave and Becca. Wish Dave well wishes because he is suffering, being sick right now, recovering with his cancer. He is. My brother had it. I know exactly what he's saying. I know exactly what he's saying. He has it. East Coast lady, I pray for your husband. I heard in the chat tonight, I pray for your husband. Anybody else that's going through that? They're not asking for money from people. Don't follow. If you get little emails or messages from names that you don't know who they are, question that, guys. Because it'll happen. It'll happen. People will start to put little messages out there about, oh, what did Kat do with this money? What does she do? Little voices will be out there. I know I've been around way too long, far too long. I will try at every point to answer anything. And I have a feeling that it's going to be okay. Because it's got to be, because it's not that big of an issue. And we're going to continue to have fun. I'll sell things. I'll get through my divorce. I'll lose some weight. I'll gain some weight. I may meet somebody new. Maybe not. I don't think I want to do that. I'll move into my forever home. Or at least I think it's my forever home. I'll live life. I will go on with life. I'll talk about my divorce. I'll talk about narcissism. I'll talk about depression. I'll talk about being a midlife orphan and not having any kids. So the circle of life just really stops and it's hard. I'll talk about how I know that other people's problems in all actuality are worse at times, but everything is, it's your own, it's how you feel about them. I will try my best to uplift people. I will try. I will give again back to people like I did before. That's never going to stop. I liked who I was before. I will make better decisions and I will not get burned by the likes of Amanda and Elvis. I won't get burned. But every other one wasn't a burn. Every other person that I ever helped was not a burn. at all. And I will do it all again, and I will do it all again. I'll come back with hauls on this channel and videos where you can see me, and shopping, not the same way. I'll try to fix myself. I'll try to fill that empty hole inside of me. But just think about it, guys. Think about what it means. All this stuff, if you hear something, think about what it actually means. I love you guys. I love you. I will never forget everybody who's given me a kind word. Somebody today, I just saw, I had it put an Amazon wish list up there. And I always hated people who had Amazon wish lists, not for the wish list, but when they had extravagant things on there or things that are, you know what I mean? It's like, don't do that. It's for if you need something. If somebody wants to give a nice gift of something too, I understand that. I've done that before myself. But I saw today that something was ordered for Moshi, to my dog. And it touched me so much. It touched me so much. It touched me so much. You guys, I love you. You're going to be the ones who got me through, and Rory, and Lisa, and Rosie, and Dave and Becca, who got me, and everybody else, and Awesome Hooker, and Celeste, and Jan, Tucker, Mama Mouse, Barbie Girl, Leanne Live, Sean Britt, 180. I know I'm not going to mention Vinny. Oh God, I'm like getting, I don't want to forget anybody else. I don't want to forget anybody else. I will come back with another one and give a proper, even more proper, and I will always give you your props. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Let's and please guys, give love to Dave and Becca. Give love, because they really have been unfairly judged. Not like some of the things weren't true, not saying that. But the crime didn't fit the punishment. At all. At all. And they're good people. You don't chase good people away who help. And yes, money is a help. And not everybody who has money on here, not everybody who helps who has money on here either. Melton John, thank you. Anyways, guys, I love you. And I am going to do those videos. Rory just was adding her lots, gift lots to it, and they're going to be done. And they are really good deals for people. So don't think it's, going to be a bad deal or whatever it is. So I love you guys, and I will talk to you later.